I'm Karen Dimmitt. I curated a show called UPSTANDERs, which is artists who have channeled their social concerns into their art practice with the hope of taking that art that can reach across divides and connect with our shared humanity so that we can affect positive social changes.
Tell all the truth, but tell it slant. Tell all the truth, but tell it slant. Success in circuit lies, too bright for our infirm delight, the truth's superb surprise. As lightning to the children eased with explanation kind, the truth must dazzle gradually, or every man be blind. Where Did I Become Invisible is part of a 4-dress series. There's also Why Did I Become Invisible, When Did I Become Invisible, and How Did I Become Invisible. This is the only one that actually is set into a corner. Part of the piece is that it is made out of discarded plastic bags. And I feel that in this piece, I have made these discarded plastic bags visible, where mostly we just don't see them. They may wrap around our ankle when the wind blows them. We just push them aside, but using them in the piece forces us to look at them. I've kind of valorized them by making art out of them. And in that way, I'm also trying to bring attention to some groups of people who are invisible. I initially started out with women. As we get older, we seem to become more invisible. But I've opened up it to include the disabled, to children, to the very elderly. These are groups of people who also can be rendered invisible for whatever circumstances.
So with these, how do you see the making these visible? What are you saying that the people are saying about themselves?
Well, I think I'm trying to force attention to different groups of people. And even though this is very feminine and very female, I'm hoping that the viewer will come away with, well, who else is invisible? And why have we rendered people invisible? And what can we do to these groups of people who are invisible? There's always kind of a push to include more. And you know, I seem to not be the only person. It seems like in the last 10 years or so, other people have found discarded plastic bags and other items as worthy material for artists to use and manipulate. And I also think that there's a new subtext as well that references the environment, that perhaps maybe 100 years ago when somebody would take collage material, there was no sense that there's the environment or climate change or the planet involved in it. Now there is that subtext.
Well, the idea that plastic really doesn't ever go away, when it finally breaks down in 400 or 1,000 years, it still breaks down to little parts of itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
So taking that's going to be out in the world and making something new of it is a positive way to utilize something that's already in the world and will be in the world for thousands of years.
That's right, that's right. And even putting a price tag now on something that once was discarded is wonderfully ironic. Yes, you may buy my old plastic bags, yes, for a price.
I just want good time, tortelloni.
All the time.